Hello traders, welcome to Trade Forex with Gabriel. This week we'll be looking at the trade setups for April the 24th to Friday, April the 28th. As always, we'd like to start with the economic calendar to see what the market has for us for the week. Starting on Monday, there's bank holidays, of course, so we don't expect much volatility in the market. And on Tuesday, we have the CB consumer confidence news coming out to affect the United States dollars. And then for traders looking to trade the Australian dollar, be very careful. We have a very high impact news, the CPI data that will be coming out early on Wednesday. And on Thursday, which I think is pretty much the most important news affecting the United States dollar, which is the advanced GDP data, which will be coming out on Thursday. So pretty much I don't see much movement on the dollar prior to this day, which is a GDP data to cover up for the first quarter of the year. And this news will be very important as its traders are going to be using it to forecast how they believe the next quarter data will turn out to be. And on Friday, pretty much clear news except for news that could affect the Japanese yen. And then we have another important news, which is the German prelim CPI to affect the euro on Friday. And then Canadian dollar, we also have the core PCE price index, very important news to affect the the US dollar. And then we have the GDP to affect the Canadian dollar. Okay, so with that looked at, let's look at exactly how the scores, the individual currency scores will panning out or looking forward to the week. Of course, you know, I always try to see which currencies are outperforming the others and try to do a matchup so I can know what pairs to trade for the week. Now, this is the currency strength outlook for the week, and we see that the Canadian Swiss franc is still strongest for the week, and we see next to it gold, and next to it euro, then GBP and USD in that descending order. And lowest on the strength curve is the New Zealand dollar. Then we have the Japanese yen and the Canadian dollar, all in that order. So with that, we will be able to deduce what best currency pairs we'll be looking at. But before that, let's do a bit of a comparative analysis from what we had last week. Now, last week, April 17th to 21st, you could see how the currency outlook was, and then what we have for this week. Now, with that said, you will be able to see which is giving us the biggest net change. And you see we still have the biggest net change, Swiss franc still coming out the strongest. Now let's look at euro. Euro moved from let me get my just the writing tool so you can make that clarification. So you can see here we have euro with a 1.4 score from last week jumping to 2.1. So euro is really gaining strength between last week and the forecast or outlook for this week. We also have Canadian dollar. You see Canadian dollar moving from a score point of 0.6 and dropping to negative 2.2. And then NZD also, well, it gained a little bit of a strength, but it still remained on the 3.0 level. And then Japanese yen, we have 3.8, and then it's still dropping to 2.3. So it's pretty much on the negative side of things. Okay, so with that said, the pairs I will be looking to trade this week will be the strongest matching it up, the strongest pairs against the weakest pairs, and then we go down to the charts to see exactly how this the setup looks like. So just to give you a bit of a snippet of what we will be looking at on the chart, I will be looking to trade NZD CHF. You could of course, if you look at the setup, you will understand why. So NZD CHF, I will be looking to short it. CHF JPY, you see that CHF is strong, JPY weak. Euro NZD, Euro JPY, Canadian dollar Swiss franc, and then Euro Canadian dollar. Okay, so let's jump right in on the charts to see exactly what the market holds for us. So I will be looking at yeah, let's just do this like this. So we'll start off with NZD Swiss franc. Okay, NZD Swiss franc. So let's jump into NZD Swiss franc to see what the setup is. All right, great. So last week we took out our target. We saw the breakout reaching our target, okay, which we expected to hit the last support level here. That was achieved. Now going into the week, we will be looking at, let me give you the bigger picture. So what we see here is more of a breakout from a channel down pattern. So if you look at the bigger picture, you see that the structure for this pair has been on the downside. Okay, it's been a downtrend, giving us that lower highs, lower lows. So the structure pretty much supports what the currency strength outlook is for the week. So for me, I will be looking to still go short on this. Of course, last week we saw the massive sell-off on this, so expect some bit of a correction before we start looking for more sell-off opportunities in the market. Okay, so this is pretty much a really long way down, so I don't expect this to all pan out within the week, but probably it will. But even if you can get 100 pips from our target for this week, this will be really interesting. Okay, what's the next pair we're looking at? We're looking at CHF JPY. So let's go to CHF JPY and look at it. CHF JPY, there it is. So CHF JPY also last week we had a pretty good rally, although it didn't move so much, but we achieved our target from last week. That gave us about 99 pips. At least if you take it all in, it's over 100 pips we banked from last week. Now this week I will be looking to two levels. Okay, first level will be price at least taking out the last resistance we had here, which is the 151.361 level. Now, if you understand a bit of my trading strategy, I love trading the channel pattern, and what I see here is a breakout from the channel pattern. So which means I'm expecting price to rally up to at least the 152.169 level. It will pretty much go above that, but at the interim, these are the two levels I'm looking at. So on the intermediates, so traders look forward to the first target, which is the 151.36. Don't forget, we could have some correction for price to make a bounce before achieving this target. If you're using the Trend Rider Pro indicator, you see that this has been giving us or showing us that we've been on a bullish rally on the Swiss franc, Japanese yen for the past 2-3 weeks now. Next on the list will be Euro NZD. Euro NZD. So let's look at Euro NZD. Euro NZD is here. Okay, great. So we also have a very nice setup on this. Of course, this trade, we already cashed in on that, which is a breakout from this rectangular pattern. Looking at it on the bigger scale, which is on the daily time frame, I also see a breakout from a channel, so which gives me a good picture, a good scenario that I should still expect new or higher rallies on this pair. So this is a long-term goal. That price will rally up to 1.82079, but on the interim, where I believe price will hit or give us a good take profit zone is around the 1.8039 level. Okay, so this is my goal, but don't forget we could have a good retracement to get a bounce from this breakout zone before we start making it up to our target for the week. Okay. What's the next on the line? We have Euro JPY, and we're looking to go long on it. Euro is strong, Japanese yen is weak. So let's look at Euro JPY. Euro JPY, where is it? Let's look for it. So there you go. Euro JPY market structure on the daily time frame is looking is bullish. Okay, we're already beginning to take out the highs. Okay, price was unable to take out the last low, which is here. You see it made a new higher low, and now we're beginning to see price rally up to a new higher highs. So what I believe will happen is that price will take out the last high, which is here, which I've given you the level, which is 148.30. Okay, that will be my target for this week at least. And how many people will that be? This will give us about 95 pips. Well, if you can bank in 95 pips, that's pretty much good. And on the long term, after this week, we should expect price to rally up to the higher boundary or the upper boundary of this channel. So let's see how that plays out. But this is my trade setup for the week: Euro, Japanese yen. Next on the line is Canadian dollar, Swiss franc. Let's look at it. Canadian dollar, Swiss franc. Just a moment. Let's go this way. Canadian dollar, Swiss franc. Yes, there you are. Nice, interesting setup. If you look at the bigger time frame on the daily, you see that the currency strength outlook still supports the market structure for this pair. So let's take it down to H4, where we'll be looking to get exact target. So you see that price last week we took out the low, the last low on this pair. So we're looking for price to make further descent. Now, where did we get this descent from? I think this is the last, let me see, just a moment. Yeah, that's the last COVID low, right? Yeah, around this point. So I'm expecting price to sell off to the last low at that monthly time frame. Okay, but then interesting, let's just walk with on a H4 time frame. So from this point where we see the breakouts to this level, it's just about 72 pips. So I pretty much think or believe market should give us, you know, that sell off this week to this point, the 0.6515 level. Now guys, don't forget, look at the sell-off we had from the beginning of the week. We had over 100 pips sell-off, so we could see some correction up, but I don't believe price will make it higher than this point. Okay, we should see good market structure, you know, to the downside towards the 0.6515 structure. In this sense, I'm talking about is lower highs, lower lows down to this level. Okay, so so that's it. Let's look at the last pair for the week, which is Euro Canadian dollar. Euro against the Canadian dollar. So let's look at it. Euro card, yes. Okay. All right. So this setup, interesting setup. So we're having like a two breakouts from two channels. Yes, the blue channel, and we also have the red channel, and we also have this breakout, a major breakout from a major resistance. So this is really nice setup, really, really interesting setup. So my goal is to see price, you know, make it to the upper boundary, but prior to that, I want to see price touch the 1.4979 level. And there are several factors to believe this will happen. One is we see a breakout from this level, so we could see a correction to this point before price will rally up to this level. Maybe we could see it make a really deep correction to this level before we see that rally up. So put all of this into perspective as you calculate your risk, you know, to accommodate all of this pullback before we start seeing price rally up to our price target. So this is it for the week. About 6 pairs we have. Let's just do a quick review. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So within these 6 pairs, choose the best one that suits your risk to reward ratio, the one that you also believe will pan out properly well for you. But these are my best or top 6 Forex market setup for the week. And I believe at the end of the week, we should be able to bank in some pips with this setup. So thank you guys for joining the channel. Share the link to a friend that is also a trader. And don't forget to click the like button if this helped you to make money this week. Thank you guys. This is Gabriel. Until next week, don't forget to apply proper money management to all your trades. Have a great day. Bye-bye.